Good day everyone. Welcome to Tropical Gardening and Life here in the Fiji Islands. Today we'll be making a raised garden bed using a hybrid Hügelkultur method. I call it the hybrid Hügelkultur method simply because it uses the principles of Hügelkultur but in a raised garden frame. In our case, it's biomass from coconut trees that would otherwise be wasted piled in a corner because it takes quite a long time to break down. We will be using an upcycled corrugated tin frame which will be filled with biomass from the coconut tree. The biomass contains fronds, leaves, coconuts, and decaying trunk matter. We have a dozen or so coconut trees on the property, so it is a logical biomass source to use. I'm raising the garden bed because it would be easier to access, and we do get a lot of rain here. So it also provides good drainage for plants such as tomatoes, cabbages, lettuce that do not like to stand in waterlogged soil for long periods of time. We first covered the ground with cardboard and then piled on the biomass from the coconut tree. All of the materials are brown matter which should not take nitrogen away from the soil. However, if you do make a similar raised garden bed and use green biomass, then it may take away and lock in the nitrogen from the soil. But no need to worry about this, as the nitrogen will be released back into the soil when the material starts breaking down. So it would be a good idea to let the new garden bed rest for several months before planting your veggies on it. We then layered the raised garden bed with a couple of inches of coconut leaves and watered it in well. The rule for any garden bed is that if you reach across the width of the bed, your hand should be able to reach at least the middle of the bed so that it is easier to weed, plant and harvest. Finally, we covered the biomass with 3 to 4 inches of garden soil mixed with homemade compost. Reality check of living in the islands is that you do get hurricanes, the season being from November to April. We had a Category 5 hurricane during March which was quite devastating for homes and the environment. It's not a great time for veggies either, as wind and rain damage destroys almost everything. Gardening is about growing from your experiences, and my motto is to wing it until you succeed at it. The more raised gardens I have made, the better it comes out. Well, that's what I think. So, we are given choices and opportunities every day to make changes in our lives. I hope that you make a choice to make a garden for yourselves, whether it will be veggies in a pot plant or a raised garden like we have made. So that is our raised garden bed made entirely of upcycled materials with a corrugated iron frame and metal piping to hold the frame together. We softened the edges with upcycled roof guttering and made it quite safe. It won't win a Belle of the Ball contest, but it will last for several years. Recap of how we made our raised garden bed. 1. Select an area. Our frame is 8 feet by 4 feet. 2. Gather materials for our project. You can use branches, trunk matter and fallen leaves. 3. Water in the layers well. 4. Fill the gaps between the branches with leaf matter or garden waste. 5. Finally top the bed with 3 to 5 inches of soil. Ours is garden soil mixed with compost and topped with mulch. Thank you everybody for watching my first gardening experience video. Do write in the comment section with suggestions and experiences with your very own raised garden bed. Consider subscribing and give it a big thumbs up if you found it interesting. So, till we meet again, take care of yourselves.